Good morning and welcome into the Real Monica Adams Show. I'm your host, Monica Adams, and look at this set. Doesn't it look gorgeous in here? We are at the Rawlings Experience, which is at Westport Plaza. If you haven't been here yet, you're missing out. I'm talking about families, couples day or nights out, getting a bunch of friends together, maybe field trips for your kids. This is quite the experience. We came yesterday, walked around, and we're going to take you through all the components of the Rawlings Experience. We're also going to talk about the history of rolling. Are you a big baseball or softball fan? How about customizing your gloves, customizing your bats? And then we're going to look at the artifacts and the history of Rawlings. All of that's coming up for you this morning. I can't wait to interact with you. Any questions, any comments you have, if you're new to the show, always know that I am going to shout out to you, and we'll make sure that you're heard before the show is up. Let me give you some news you can use. We'll do a quick sports hit, and then we're going to get into several components. I've got 3 different guests that will be on with us today, and also talk about the excitement coming up tomorrow for our, wait for it, 300th show and a huge celebration at Just Be Kind Cafe down in DeSoto, Missouri. We hope you can come by because it might just be our biggest celebration yet. As far as news you can use, are you a Southwest Airlines traveler? If so, there's going to be some changes. You know how it used to be just kind of the cattle call free for all? Well, they may start changing that, and it might be even as soon as this summer. And that is all because of a drop that they've seen in people using Southwest. Their stocks have gone down. The amount of people traveling with Southwest has gone down. So they're thinking maybe that's one component. Do they need to have assigned seats like all the other airlines? This will be interesting. So if you're flying Southwest, know that those changes might be made coming up maybe in just the next couple of months. We talked about protests on the Washington University campus over the weekend. Well, those pro-Palestine protests continue, and they had one at Columbia University yesterday. The arrests continue. In fact, those that were arrested at Washington University, many of them are now banned from campus. So we'll continue to follow that story for you. And our thoughts and prayers going out to Charlotte, North Carolina. If you have not heard, there were 8 police officers that were shot at yesterday when they went to serve a warrant with a known felon. 4 of those police officers are killed. You know, I'm a proud police wife, and anytime I ever hear anything happen to our men and women that are our first responders, I want to make sure that we pass along our thoughts and prayers to them. So that's not good news. And I know I want to always give you news you can use, but I think that's one that you want to talk about because we just have to find our way out of hatred and to more positivity. If you're new to the show, that's what the show is all about. We give you some news you can use. When we talk about sports, we're in the mecca of sports today with the Rawlings Experience, and we're talking about baseball. The Cardinals did not play yesterday. That game was postponed due to weather. So they actually have a traditional doubleheader today against Detroit. So we'll go from one game right into the next. And the first, by the way, will be at 3:40, I think 2 or 3:40 this afternoon. So it's definitely an afternoon game. Just want you to know that and be ready for that as well. It is 7:03. Let me also give you the forecast. This one, however, is not from our aspiring meteorologist, Beckett Moore, but I was watching Matt Chambers this morning at KMOV, which, by the way, is right around the corner. Their new headquarters, if you haven't been, are absolutely stunningly gorgeous. We've got Channel 2 and Channel 4 as our neighbors this morning. So shout out to them. I want to thank them for all that they do. And this forecast is actually from Matt Chambers. So today, Tuesday, AM fog that some of you saw, that should have lifted by now. Then sunshine. It's going to be a gorgeous day. This is going to start feeling like summer for you. 83 for a high, 63 for a low. You could see some rumble of rain tonight, later into the evening. And then tomorrow, early and late rain chance with a high of 84 down to 66. Thursday, we also have an 80% chance of late rain and storms, 87 for a high on Thursday, breezy and 63 for the low. We get into the weekend, some AM rain will be ending, 76 for your high, 57 for the low. And then into Saturday and Sunday, slight chances of rain, about 30% each day, but a high right around 79 to 80. Not bad at all, right? It should be really, really nice as we are talking about the summer months right around the corner. It is 7:04, and we have a huge experience on tap for you today. Let's take a look at this. This is the outside of the Rawlings experience, as you can see, at Westport Plaza, leading you into quite the experience. And if you want to know when are they open, well, there's your hours. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., and then Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9. Again, Westport Plaza. So start making plans to come here. We're going to walk you through it. If you've never been before, so many levels of retail, the glove vault. Wait till you see that. They've actually teamed up and collaborated with Lusso, women-owned business. It's a beautiful boutique right there in the Carondelet Plaza in Clayton. Wait till you see this crystal glove. Bat demos. There is a bat cave. What? There's batting cages, custom gloves, and not just custom gloves, but custom bats as well. And we're going to sit down in the glove. We're going to talk with three guests today. The VP of Brand and Sports Marketing, Eric Reinsfelder. Lindsay Neighbor is the Brand Management Promotional Manager. And Ryan Farrar is going to go through and actually do one of my favorite things. You know, I'm big into design work and fashion work. Well, we're going to go through and actually design a glove. And we also will show the laser engraving on the bats. Ryan's the director of the baseball glove. So all of that for you coming up here. Don't go anywhere on The Real Monica Adams Show.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com.
Welcome back. It is 7:07. Lots of guests to join me today. We're going to show you a little behind the scenes as well. I want to thank Zach Kimball and Michelle Harmon behind the scenes working to bring you this incredible show. First of all, Eric Reinsfelder, VP Brand and Sports Marketing. Glad to have you with us.
Well, glad to be here. Thanks for coming out.
So this is brand new. I mean, it still smells like leather in here. You just opened up a couple weeks ago.
Yes, we did. And we're thrilled to be open. It was a long time in the making, but 2 years, 3 years in the making, and here we are.
Yes. And so here's the thing that I want everybody to know is the history of Rawlings. We're not talking just 50 years ago. We're not talking about even 100 years ago. How long has Rawlings been in St. Louis?
Yeah, we've been here since the company started in 1887. So 137 years in St. Louis. Yeah.
And we're going to show artifacts a little bit later. So yes, you might see Rawlings branding and think right away, oh, gloves, baseballs, bats, but even dabbling in football, boxing gloves. I can't wait to show all that a little bit later on this morning. That's going to be fun. How long have you been with Rawlings?
I've been with Rawlings for 26 years now.
So what do you love most about the company and what you're able to bring St. Louis?
Yeah, I think the brand itself, you know, when you mention Rawlings, a lot of people know the brand, not just in St. Louis, but, you know, nationwide. And obviously in US, you know, baseball is big, but also in Japan. But the brand itself, I think, has got a big name. And, you know, the fact that a lot of people don't know we're here in St. Louis is something we're trying to promote by opening this experience.
Well, and you were telling me something really cool yesterday, which was a lot of the things that you see made are also in Washington, Missouri. So there's a history all throughout our state. What all takes place in the Washington, Missouri?
Yeah, that's right. And Washington, Missouri is our main distribution facility, but we do a lot of light manufacturing. We have our Pro Wood Bat facility there where we manufacture the bats for the major leaguers. We do the Major League Baseball helmets are painted and finished there and shipped to the major league teams. We do a lot of ball stamping. You know, we're the #1 baseball company in the world. So we obviously, a lot of baseballs will go through that Washington facility as well.
And you can see how proud he is, right? You should be proud. We should be proud here in St. Louis. You know what, Eric, I came here yesterday and had, you know, I thought, oh, this is going to be really cool, but not to the level that I experienced yesterday. And I mean, we're going to walk through. We took a ton of pictures and videos that we're going to show you throughout the show. However, nothing can do it justice like in person, right?
That's right. Exactly. And it's 14,000 square feet on 2 levels. So there's plenty of room to move around, but the artifacts are amazing. So there's a lot to see and a lot to do.
Yeah, and so one of the things that you were talking about with me yesterday was the history of the way the glove started. And when we look back at old movies and pictures, it looks way different than the glove does now. I mean, here's the glove now that I'm going to show you on camera, but this you actually see when you first walk in is the breakdown of how it all started. But this is what we're used to, right? That is not at all what it used to look like. You want to walk us through that?
It's definitely evolved, and the glove you're referencing that really changed sort of how gloves were made was the Bill Doak glove, and that was the first glove. Bill Doak was a pitcher for the Cardinals, and we worked a lot with pro players. Obviously, we still do, but was the first glove to kind of string together with lacing the forefinger and the thumb to kind of create a pocket or a web, and it evolved from there to then more sophisticated webs, and then stringing the fingers together, and the gloves that you see today, which are works of art.
So somebody at some point said, we got to get better than this.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
What did they, I mean, but they still were great. I mean, that's what you have to look back at those athletes to say, look what you were working with back then. Look what they have now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how it was. I mean, it was, gloves were used from other trades, right? That workman's gloves were used for baseball before gloves were then manufactured for the sport itself.
Yeah. I mean, the evolution, right? If you're just tuning in, 710, welcome into the show, by the way. Let us know where you're watching from. We are on multiple platforms. We are on Facebook and YouTube and X and Instagram and Rumble. This, by the way, we took yesterday, which is cool. This is actually right when they walk in.
Yes. So we have a giant baseball, 6 foot in diameter, and you can kind of see it's a cutaway ball. So you can see the insides of a baseball and what goes into the making of a baseball. A lot of people are intrigued with that.
One of the things that I can't wait to show you, and we're going to do a live look at it, but I took this yesterday, Gold Glove winners. Eric, what does it take to win just one Gold Glove?
Yeah, it's a coveted award. It's a Rawlings award since 1957 that honors defensive excellence. It's not an award that we choose. It is voted on by managers that evaluate players, and there's a statistical element as well. So a very sophisticated calculation on who wins a Gold Glove based on their defensive excellence. And it's quite an achievement.
And we've always been proud of Ozzie Smith. And I was wondering yesterday who had the most Gold Gloves. It's not Ozzie. Ozzie has 13, by the way. That's not too shabby. We're looking at American League, and you get a chance to stop. The kids, I'm sure, get enamored by, wow, they've won how many? So we're showing American League and National League. Zach's behind the camera. He's going to walk into, we almost feel like we have to do like when the Angels sing. You open up and go ahead and walk through, Zach, for me. It's like, walk through the vault. And in the vault is where you will see the Gold Glove winners. And in there, you'll see someone who won 18 Gold Gloves.
That's right. Greg Maddux.
Yes. And then there are, 2 16-time winners?
That's right. That's right. Brooks Robinson and forgetting the other one.
Jim?
But yes. But the interesting thing here in the vault is we're honoring those that are in our Rawlings Gold Glove Hall of Fame. So they've won 10 or more. So that you'll see that with the players that are in there that are in our Rawlings Gold Glove vault.
And there's Greg Maddux, by the way, that Eric was talking about. There is also, and I told you yesterday, I'm very big into design and fashion. So there is a crystal glove in there.
Yes.
Does it ever come out of? Actually, I think it did. I saw one of your reels.
Yes.
But she had to have white gloves on.
That's right. That's right. Brendan Donovan also put it on the other day.
Oh, did he?
Was in. But it's a Swarovski crystal glove. Has 15,000 crystals all applied by hand. It is available for sale. It's one of a kind. But if you're willing to shell out $25,000, it can be yours.
Hey, that's just a drop in the bucket for a lot of people. Right. Nope. Zach will show that to you in just a second. The crystal glove from Lusso, which is what I was saying yesterday. Those women that own that boutique are awesome. I love the fact that you're collaborating with a local business on that.
Yeah, Melissa and Drea. Yeah, we've really enjoyed working with them on different projects. And, we started talking about this crystal glove, and they had the ability to bring that to life. So we worked with them to kind of create that. Yeah,
it's gorgeous. And there it is. Swarovski crystals. And yeah, what the heck? $25,000. Buy that for your daughter. Not a pony. Buy her.
There you go.
All of you, if you've been here, Lusso, by the way, thank you so much, Zach, for all of your hard work behind the scenes. We're back here in the headquarters. We are actually in the room where a lot of the customization takes place, which is like a playground for anybody who loves design work. But one of the things that I love that Lindsay, who we're going to talk to a little bit later on this morning, she said yesterday that a lot of people think, oh, well, that's going to be really, really expensive for me to walk through that process. And she's like, they're actually willing to pay for that, but
yeah, I mean, here coming into the experience is free.
Yeah.
So you can come in and take a look around, hit in the batting cage, all those things. But yeah, you can sit down with our glove experts and design your own custom glove. There's no extra charge for that. Certainly, buying the glove.
Yeah, you don't get the glove free, but the process.
Yes.
Which I think a lot of people, when it comes, it's interesting. I do design and wardrobe consulting for men and for women's fashion, and they always will look at the books and go, well, I'd love to have this, but how much extra is it for me to pick a particular button? Or if I want a color of thread, okay, how much extra? And I'm like, nothing, you get all this.
Right.
It's so funny.
It'll be great when we go through the process and design it. I think you'll really enjoy it with your background.
I will. It'll be like a little kid in a candy store. We've got a lot of things here, though. Obviously, bats and gloves and helmets. There's a lot of clothes for youth and adults. And I've got my eye on these bags that are behind Eric, by the way. So if you're looking for travel bags or things for your computers and all of that, very well made. And I love the stitching, just like the baseball that's in all the travel bags.
Yes, exactly. Full line of leather goods, obviously the association with gloves and the glove leather. So we do women's totes to duffel bags, backpacks, wallets, that type of thing.
And not just that, did I see yesterday on the website that there are flip-flops that look like a baseball that are stitched?
There are. Yes, we have that as well. Yes.
Father's Day and Mother's Day, by the way, are right around the corner. It's going to be here before you know it. Well, why don't we do some customizing?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to bring Ryan Farrar in. Ryan is the director of baseball gloves. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, let's do a little designing. We need women to lift women up.
Let's do that. Let's go. Being on Monica's show, it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Monica's very real, and she really cares about people.
She's changing lives.
Changing lives.
I think this is just really what people want to see.
Giving back so much to the community, and I really appreciate it.
Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with her viewers and her listeners.
Made the interview process like talking to a friend.
How are you doing? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey. You're close.
Monica. Whoa.
So go out in this world and be anything you want to be. But before you do that, first, be kind.
Welcome back, 717. Isn't this fun? I think I just want to come and be on your set every day.
We're always hiring quality people.
Oh, that's a good point as well, because there are a lot of kids who are getting ready to come home from school that are going to be looking for maybe summer jobs.
Yep.
So what would you be able to fill for them right now? What would they be able to do?
I believe there's quite a few part-time jobs in the retail St. Louis experience for Rawlings.
This would be cool for you to have on your resume to be like, where'd you work? I worked at the Rawlings experience. So I was just asking Eric how long he had been with Rawlings. Ryan, how long have you?
I've been with Rawlings for 17 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
What made you, well, again, thinking of all the kids that are thinking about getting a job, what drew you to Rawlings?
So I got a sport management degree. I actually interned in 2006. Obviously, I played baseball in college, so this was a natural fit for me. And then I started full-time in January of 2007. So this is the only real job I've ever had. So.
And if you stayed that long, it must mean that you love it. What about the company and what you're providing to St. Louis is your favorite?
The people, right? So the people and the products are the things, the people that we get to work with every day, the people that work very hard and tirelessly to bring these great quality products to grow the game of baseball. That's really what separates Rawlings and which makes it such a great place to work.
All right. Well, you and I are going to have probably what I will think is going to be the most fun thing for any that's like this. So I've got what many of you know to be, let's actually interact with you. What do we call this color, everybody? And here it's called Vibrant Royal. But what do we call it if you regularly watch The Real Monica Adams Show? What do you call this color? This is the color I'm choosing for the custom glove that we're going to do. But as you know, going through this with people, if they come in and say, I want to do blue, you're like, well, okay, what blue would you like?
Yes, we have lots of different blues. We have over 20 different colors that you could make the glove out of, along with accent colors and different stitching and threads. So it's truly a one-of-one custom experience. and no one else in the whole world will have a glove like yours.
Oh gosh. And I was saying earlier that you can still smell the newness of the leather when you first walk in. Again, they've only been open a couple of weeks, and we want you to come and experience this together. So if this is something someone's wanting to do, can you walk us through the experience? What would it look like? You're going to watch behind us on the monitor.
Yep. So this is a little bit different experience, but to be on the monitor. So we have a custom glove shop inside the store. So you'll come in. There's nowhere else in the world that you can touch and feel while also building it virtually. So you can pick your pattern, your size, your colors. We'll just walk through some steps here and show you how easy it is, but also how intricate and details they get. So we're going to pick baseball. Mm-hmm. As you can see, it's working through. So we're going to go hard to the high. That's where we have the most colors. You want to pick your different fits. Obviously, a glove is the extension of your hand. So you want to make sure you have the right fit. We have those different fits available for you to try on to make sure you're getting the right fit for your athlete.
And we're showing behind the scenes, by the way, because when you walk in, you'll actually see this is that pro room where all of that's taking place. It's cool. It kind of looks like we're in a wine cellar.
That's right. Yeah, this is a little bit different room, but the custom glove shop is a truly immersive experience. So then position. So position varies by age and what kind of how much you're playing and stuff. So we're going to pick infield glove. You can pick outfield glove. There's first base catchers. There's also some trainers. And this just kind of helps you narrow down your selection instead of showing you all the different patterns. You know, if you traditionally play infield and you pick the infield glove, it's going to limit your sizes and patterns.
Oh, okay.
So you don't get too overwhelmed. We've spent a lot of time and resources to develop this builder to make sure that you're narrowing down the best selection to set you up for success.
What do you think, everybody? Well, I'm going to look at your comments, by the way, in just a second. But Ryan, when I played softball, which it's been a long, long time. Yes, you got it right, Julie and Terry and everybody else. It is called Monica Blue. I told you this is called Monica Blue, not Cobalt or Vibrant Royal, at least on this show. I played first base and I played short center. So this glove would be for what?
That would be an infield glove.
So I'd be okay with this.
Yes.
But it feels, is it a little short on me or is it
It
okay?
is.
All right, but just, we didn't talk about this. You got to break a glove in.
You definitely have to break a glove in. So unfortunately, the old days of shaving cream and all that stuff has kind of gone to the wayside. There's a lot more sophisticated.
I don't think I knew about shaving cream, Ryan. That was the problem.
There's a lot more sophisticated ways to break in your glove.
Oils?
So we do have some oils. Playing catch is great.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different things that you can apply to the glove to help soften it up to get it ready to go.
Okay, so this would be good for me. So
Yes.
You're going to pick the position that you play.
Yes.
And then what do we do?
So once you pick your position, so basically we've narrowed this down. Infielders are going to use anywhere between 11 and 12 and a quarter inch gloves.
Okay.
And that is measured from the heel of the glove all the way up to the fingertips.
Okay.
So it'd be measured from here with the soft tape up to there. And that's how you get the measure of your glove.
Cool.
The majority of Major League Baseball infielders are using 11 and a half or 11 and 3/4. The 11 inch maybe is for that 8 to 9 year old kid, or a 12 and a quarter could be used for the kid that's playing third, but also needs an outfield. And you can kind of attack that with one glove, which is a nice feature.
Okay.
So we're going to pick the most popular, which is 11 and a half. Perfect. So that glove there is an iWeb. There's lots of different patterns. So you can see there's an explanation for all these, and they're all designed for different playing styles. So some players like a deep pocket, some players like a flat pocket, so you can transfer the ball faster. And then there's obviously, flatter, wider, deeper, narrow, all those things exist. And that's what makes this unique experience. If you're just doing it on the screen, unless you know what pattern you like, you can't touch and feel and try those on. So all those are the same.
They're the same. Okay.
Right. So if you're trying on, a 31 pattern, which is a little bit flatter than a 200, so you can choose all those and then pick your best one and then really start to dive in so you're getting the product that you're wanting.
Hey, Batter, are you ready to play some ball? We are at the Rawlings Experience. If you're just tuning in, just always want to reintroduce our guest, Ryan Farrar. We're talking about the director of baseball gloves and the customization that you can do. Different blues we looked at today. The first one I showed you is Vibrant Royal. This one's Royal. You can see it's a little bit deeper. And then I remember playing ball, and we had a lot of colors that looked like this. How many of you girls did as well? The Columbia blue, a little lighter blue, kind of like a powder baby blue. What would you choose if you were doing this?
I'm a more of a traditional guy. I would choose a camel or a black, but I am
just tan.
I am coming along to some of the blues. I insert my colors in the embroideries and the threads.
Oh, yeah, and that's what a lot of guys do, by the way, when they're doing suits and stuff. But look, I don't know if you all can see. Look at these colors behind us. That is super cool for, well, look, this one's, I don't know if you can see it, but this one's got shamrocks on it. So if you're a little Irish, but a lot of different colors, the desert's in here with some cactus. Gotta love the teal as well. All right, so threading, etc., to take place.
Yep. So we'll pick our pattern, our size, and then this is really where the options are endless. So your throwing hand, do you throw right or left-handed? Obviously, that's a very important step. You don't want to get that one wrong.
Yes.
So once you pick that, then your web. We have over 19 different webs to pick from. So you can see all the different webs and a lot.
Don't break the monitor.
Oh, boy.
I caught it. He said, oh, it's soft.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about him.
I caught it, folks. It's been a long time.
So there's all these different webs you can pick. And then this is where the personalization and colors start to come through. So you get, there's over 20 different leather colors that you can pick from pink to Columbia blue to browns if you're a little more traditional, oranges, but we're going to go with the Monica blue this morning.
There, he knows it.
That's right. And then you can also pick your patch. So we'll find some Monica blue here for us.
There we go.
And get that patch going. And then,
that looks good.
So then you start working on the shell leather in the back. The leather color, we're going to stick with the all blue theme here, and then it goes to the shell. And you can get different views here as you kind of flip through what you're looking for.
That looks good. Again, I like the contrast of that. Look at how much it's popping on the screen. You all love this. Lisa just said mine is the old-fashioned traditional color of camel, and how I would totally go wild fun in the combos that you're doing. You got to come in and do it, everybody.
That's right. So then we go to the laces. So the laces are what basically holds the glove together. Mm-hmm. We have metallics. If you're into that, we have a gold metallic, a silver metallic, which I think the silver metallic and the Monica blue look good. Columbia blues, pinks, whites. What would you like to see?
I like the silver.
The silver it is.
Yep, that looks sharp.
Yep. So then you can customize the different parts of the different glove, but for the sake here, we will keep things all the same. And again, at any time during this process, you can pause, right, and go back and kind of change some things if you don't like the way the finished product is. So,
and we said this before, but I know a lot of you tune in every second. Go back and watch the beginning of this. So if you tuned in late, you can watch the rest and then go back to the beginning. So that's the beauty of streaming. But we talked about how this experience, you're buying the glove price, but all the things that Ryan's walking through do not cost extra. You get a chance to sit down and enjoy this experience. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So basically what we wanted to recreate is what they do at spring training with the pro players. Right. So at spring training with the pro players, we have all the patterns and the colors, and the guys come in and they build their gloves. Well, you can't do that anywhere else. Right. But right here, we have all the patterns, all the colors, all the different stamping on the leather to really give you a true visual of what you're going to receive when you get your custom glove.
Oh, and I didn't say this because it's not on this one, but they can put the logo of their teams also, right?
Absolutely. We'll get there. Yeah. So we have that. What we can do is personalization. Logo, so you can put let's do Kansas City Royals because it pops with the silver, so you can put your favorite Major League Baseball team on your glove. So we have all the different teams, and then several times throughout the year we'll have certain different logos that you can put. So for the month of March, for St. Patty's Day, we have a 4-leaf clover that you can put on, and then it comes off in April, and then we're starting to do that for different types of months. So
really?
Like a limited edition logo that you can put on your glove if you don't want to put your favorite sports team on it.
There you go. By the way, let me look at some of the comments here. If anybody has any questions, again, you can do this for you. You can do it for your kids. You can use it to play, or you can display it. We are actually going to have one that is made up, and we're going to display it on set. So we'll be talking about Rawlings for a long, long time. We're going to put it on one of the walls, not just gloves, but we're going to talk about the laser engraved bats as well. Everyone's saying this is awesome. We were talking earlier about how you break in the glove.
Yep.
Rubber bands and oil.
That's right. That's what we used to do.
Somebody said under the mattress.
Yep.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, so you want to make sure you put a ball under it because you don't want your glove to be flat like a pancake. So if you leave a ball in it, it still creates that little bit of pocket. But the pressure of the mattress will start to break down some of that padding on the inside, so it becomes a little bit softer. But I always recommend playing catch. That's the best way. That way the glove forms to your hand the way you want it to, and you can stop kind of breaking it in and getting it ready to play when you want to. If you start doing extra things, once it gets too far, you really bring that club back.
Okay. And Joe said, good morning. This is a really fascinating and fun show. Thank you, Monica, for thinking about this topic. Yeah, my husband has his Rawlings glove from the 1960s. Oh, how cool is that? If you just tuned in, I didn't get a chance to say hello to you yet. Know that I know that you're on. Kristen said, this is so cool. I wish I would have had this option when I was younger and for when my kids played. I know. Can you put your own logo on your glove, or do we only have the choice of what you uploaded?
So as of right now, we only have the set availability of logos.
Okay.
So there's we're working towards getting some custom options available. There's obviously some trademark things, policing, making sure people aren't putting things they don't know or don't own, right? You can't put a Pepsi logo on your glove, things like that. So as of right now, we're the official glove of Major League Baseball. So within that agreement, we are able to use the team's logos on gloves.
Okay.
So we're going to leverage that agreement, and obviously everyone who's loves Major League Baseball and everyone has a favorite team, so that's on there. We're also working on alternative logos, so like the old school Cardinals logo and stuff like that. So it's really, really exciting. And again, we continue to add things to this builder. And it's truly a one-of-a-kind experience.
Don't you love this? This is the part I told you I would fall in love with. Again, there's so many levels, and we're just kind of showing you a little bit. Your experience would be a lot longer. You would be able to go back. Ryan and I are taking it through pretty quick because we're going to bring Lindsay on and talk about the laser engraving of the bat. But look at that. That is gorgeous. I want that right there.
There you go. Monica Blue right there. So you can put your name on the thumb, and then you can also put your name on the pinky as well. So there's a lot of different personalization. So your pinky can also get it Monday or Tuesday. Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly.
Mobile Monica, right? That's what I heard.
Mobile Monica,
there it is.
And you can have 15 characters. Is that what I heard?
15 characters in 2 different fonts. So we have block and script. But you can see how nice, you can basically transfer and see how you want your glove. So we started out with an all tan glove, and we've really made this a true one-of-a-kind custom.
Order that up for me, Ryan.
You got it.
Mobile Monica, and you can see that we are inside this really awesome experience. It's an experience within an experience because it's the Rawlings experience where we are, and this is the pro room where you get a chance to do exactly what Ryan and I have done. I know everybody's saying that's so cool. The ball inside the glove under the mattress so it works at night while you sleep, and then play catch to break it in. Yep. Fantastic. I can't zoom in on the name right now, unfortunately, Terry, but yes, it says Mobile Monica Blue. It says Monica Blue for you. Let's bring it back up. Let's see if you can see it in here. Yeah, I can't zoom, but anyway, it says Monica Blue here on the side and then Mobile Monica on the other side. I love that glove. I want to play again. You're awesome.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in today.
So when they come in to customize, do they ask for anybody in particular? Or
so the custom glove shop is always, there's always one associate working it.
Okay.
They're all very well versed on the different patterns and sizes that different athletes and ages will need. And they'll be able to answer any of your questions. And again, we've really dialed in the whole custom glove process on the website to really kind of help you narrow down. So you're not picking a 13-inch glove for a 10-year-old that's playing it.
Right.
It's not an option.
All right, don't get rid of that. We're gonna need that on set. Okay, need to say Monica Maniacs. And yes, Monica, it makes me want to play again too. There we go. Maybe we brought that all back for you. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, it's not just customizing the gloves. We also are talking about getting the opportunity to have laser engraving on the bats. And with that, we're going to bring in Lindsay Neighbor. I can't wait for this. Wait till you see what we engraved yesterday.
You are truly an incredible human being, and just what you're doing is so inspiring. This was really a cathartic experience for me. So I appreciate you, love you.
It's been an honor to not only just be here on set with you, but just to sit in your presence. You inspire everyone around you, from your motivational speaking to your podcast here, to just being the human that you are.
It's just such a joy to be able to see you at this point in your career. Really following your passion, fulfilling your dreams, and encouraging other people to do the same.
I feel that I've been missing out. I believe God places people like you in people's lives for a reason. You have definitely been a God wink for me.
Well, you're all God winks to me. And thank you, by the way, for almost celebrating 300 shows. That's going to take place tomorrow. And to all of you, thank you. If I didn't get a chance to say hi to you this morning, it's because we are just rolling right along here at the Rawlings Experience. But a lot of good comments coming in. Let's form the Monica Maniac softball team on some league. I like it. We'll put it on the gloves. We've talked with Eric. We've talked with Ryan. And now we've got Lindsay Neighbor. And it's so funny. Yesterday, we were like, okay, neighbor.
Yes, I like that. It was made for me.
Let's have State Farm agent Kathy Kilo Peterson sponsor the next half hour of this show. We love her, kkilo.com. If you have not called her yet, do so because she will take care of you as your neighbor. But this is Lindsay Neighbor, and Lindsay is with the promotional manager of brand management. We were talking about the glove. I'm in love already with that glove that Ryan just designed.
Yes.
But it's not just gloves. We also were talking about laser engraving on these specialty bats. So we're going to get really, really close to the screen and see if you can see what this says here. Look, folks, because I gave them what I wanted it to say yesterday, and they did this in advance. See this? Know your value. Just be kind. TRMA, which is the Real Monica Adams 2024. How cool is that? So we did this on the silver. There are other colors, but they would have to be ordered in, right?
Correct. Yes, we. It's not just engraving on a wood bat these days. We have several chrome colors, and these double as award bats too. So different leagues that have end of the season awards, they can make a statement on these nice, presentable award bats.
And again, it's really cool when we talk about what's upstairs. You got the St. Louis Hit Lab, where we actually are going to show you some of the batting cages that you'll get a chance to go into. I love the batting gloves that are up there, but the St. Louis Hit Lab, the kids were enamored with it yesterday. I can't wait to show off one of the kids in particular that played along with us. Everyone's saying, this is so cool, Lindsay.
Yeah.
I love it. We're going to show a little bit more about the upstairs in our second half of this show. But as we talk with Lindsay, we're going to show the laser engraving. So this is the room just off of the pro room. So if they want to have this done for themselves or for their kids, what's the process for that?
Yes, so they would simply see a store associate and they would pick out the bat they'd like to engrave, and then they would identify what lines of text they want on there. And sometimes we could even put a logo on there. So I, in fact, just ordered one for my friend who's getting married this weekend with her husband and her name on it and commemorating their date. They both were ball players. So we do bats for babies. We have mini bats. Like I said, the award bats. So really the sky's the limit in terms of how you want to personalize it and customize it for yourself.
You just brought up such a great point, because everyone's always like, I want to buy something for my friend, or I've got somebody getting married and they have everything. They don't have this.
Nope, they don't. And this is a very popular groomsman gift, as you would imagine.
Yes.
And retirement gifts. So it's just a nice memento of the sport, and you can make it your own however you'd like.
And so what's the process as far as timing to put this all together?
Same day, just immediate. Wow. So
look how quick they did
this.
Yes,
it's very quick. And you could leave, visit same day and leave with your bat, and it turns around very quickly.
So we talked about 15 characters on the glove. On this, you can have 3 lines, 20 characters?
Correct. 20 characters each line. So you can fit a lot of text on there, although I think it looks better when it's a little bit clean. But, a lot of people put names and dates on there. For babies, they put their, length and weight and birth date. So it's really up to you on however you want it to lay out.
Oh, you just gave me an idea. I have 2 friends that just had babies.
Oh, there you go.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Whether they want to play baseball or softball or not, we're going to actually put it, we're going to manifest it for them.
That's right.
They'll be like, I don't know why, but when I was a baby,
Yeah.
I kept looking at this. How long have you been with Rawlings?
19 years.
Yeah,
fresh
all
out
of
college.
you have been for a long time. That must mean that it's an incredible company.
It really is. And it's unique because it's an evolving brand. So we have a lot of tradition and heritage tied to Rawlings, but we also are constantly innovating, challenging ourselves in terms of product design and whatnot. So I like that our brand is always trying to stay relevant with, our former audience and younger audiences as well.
So we mentioned that you've only been open a couple of weeks, but in that 2-week time period, what have you heard from the kids? What have you heard from the parents?
I think the most popular thing I've heard is that it exceeded their expectations, which
I agree.
is so rewarding. So we've been working on this for probably 2 years daily, and a whole team of us. So native St. Louis and myself. So to bring this.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Notre Dame.
Fantastic.
And then went to Mizzou, but
MIZ.
Yay, ZOU. So I wanted to be a journalist. So the next best thing was working in marketing. So
well, you are
living
now.
my dream.
Okay, cool. So we're going to go back to the engraving and show the engraving taking place. All right, good. So we were talking about the gloves and the bats. So many different things that you can do on the bats. By the way, Lindsay, do they ask you for a particular font, or do you use the same font?
No, you could pick your font.
Yeah. Cursive, by the way. It would be like the calligraphy look. Yes. Look at this. Oh, does that say The Real Monica Adams Show? Yes. It does. How cool is this? You guys are awesome. I will 100% agree with the comment that it exceeds the expectations. I was showing all the video that you're seeing us. This is live look, but we took a ton of videos yesterday. And my husband looked at all that and he goes, "Where is this?" And I said, "Westport Plaza." Yes. And he's like, "Wow, I didn't expect that." And I said, "I know. It's really amazing." I mean, you and everybody else that we've shown so far have huge smiles on your faces, and rightfully so, because you're proud of what is being done here, right?
Absolutely. And no one seemed to know Rawlings is based in St. Louis, our world headquarters, and we have been since 1887. So this was really putting us on the map and, adding to the baseball and the culture here. So we're excited to work with locals and visiting tourists to see what we're all about.
Okay, so isn't this cool? So that glove is going to be on our set called The Real Monica Adams Show. We talked about what was on these bats. This is the outside. Again, if you tuned in late as you walk into the Rawlings experience, and then the hours, Sunday 10 to 6, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 9, Friday and Saturday 10 to 9 at Westport Plaza. I would hope that there would be schools that would want to have field trips and maybe Cub Scout groups, Boy Scouts, yes?
Oh, yes. We've already had several inquiries and have worked with some students. And I think over the summer months where there's camps taking place and baseball tournaments and whatnot, we'll be able to capitalize on that as well. So, and a lot of people don't understand that it's free. That's the best part.
Yep.
You know, they're asking how much it costs to get in or to use the Hit Tracks batting cage, and we say no, it's free for use. So
see, and that's what we're bringing here. Let's see, somebody. Oh, love it. Look at us. The team is half formed. Yep, that's it. Lindsay, okay. I'm not going to say that. Well, they say you're sitting next to the greatest journalist. Okay,
yes,
I appreciate that to all of you. But there's more. Okay, so we haven't stopped there. Okay, we're going to bring it on set. My Vanna, come on in, Michelle. My Vanna, she's played Vanna many times when I've emceed an auctioneer. Come around. Go ahead and be seen on in her know her value shirt. Isn't that cool?
This is awesome.
Yeah, I knew she would love that.
They did it so fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what she was saying. Same day turnaround.
That new leather burnt smell.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. See, I told you, you've got to come in person. So this is infield. This is my glove. Again, I played first and shortstop. Oh, you and I were talking earlier about how this feels like a wine room and it's just missing wine. But look, I would find wine gloss.
It's the next best thing.
All right, we're going to take a break. We also want to thank Zach Kimball. Do not go anywhere. Get in front of the screen because Zach has been working hard for you, putting together a brand new promo that I know you're going to absolutely love. Every time we bring a guest in studio, they sit down and they talk about the experience. We're in a Rawlings experience here, but the experience of the show after 30 years in the business, me walking away to start this talk show and bring you what I think the world needs more of, which is positivity, right? That's what we need more of in life. And everybody does a little testimonial at the end. So give this a listen.
She's a special woman and done so much for St. Louis.
Watching her work is one of the most incredible things you can see.
She just sees value in everyone.
Sometimes people just need you to sit with them and hear them. I feel heard.
The time flew by and it was like sitting and talking to a friend.
Not only creating a better place here in St. Louis, but to inspire others. It's always great to have examples like you.
You have such a light and such a presence, and I could feel it this morning.
We knew right away when you started this, we wanted to be on your show.
Thanks for having us.
And I look forward to seeing how you rock and roll and shake it up.
Woo! Shake it up, Zach. Bravo, my friend. You did a phenomenal job. Isn't that good? Please shout out to Zach, and I hope you guys get it. Actually, let's do this. Zach, come in here. I want you to see Zach because I'm very big on always saying we can't do this alone. It's an entire team. He is right now running the other camera. Zach, right? Massive shout out. You rock. Zach is so talented. He came from SIUE, and he is directing the shows for you behind the scenes. Yep, shake it up. Exactly. Thank you. You did a phenomenal job. So he's going to be turning those with a lot of the testimonials that some of our wonderful guests have done. So thank you. All right, welcome back. We are now going to show you what it's like because this is a two-tiered experience. So there's an upper and there's a lower level. We showed you the vault. There's so much more. We put behind us some of the branding that you'll see in backpacks, if you travel a lot, if you want to, in case you it's an experience, right? So we're going to take you on the upper level with Lindsay. Lindsay, by the way, is involved in the brand management, the promotional manager with brand management. Lindsay Neighbor, yes, everybody's saying congratulations. He has done a wonderful job. We're going upstairs now. So this is the upper level. That lounge is stunning. So is that just like an area just to sit and be immersed in it, or what do you do there?
Well, I think it was created with the intention of parents or coaches just being able to hang out there as their teammates or kids or whatnot are taking cuts in the hitting cage. So they could just take it all in and do what they need to do on their phones or whatnot, but it gives them a comfortable area to just be immersed.
And we talked earlier about the hitting area, the St. Louis Hit Lab. That does not cost anything.
It's free.
I was taking the videos yesterday and thought for sure you were going to say, okay, well, this particular area costs a little bit more. Not the case.
Not the case. And in fact, you're able to take a bat that you see in the bat zone area and test it out right then and there. And we have it powered by Hit Tracks. It's a really unique data tracking system. So it could show you what bat you're performing the best with. To lead to your purchase.
And I want to thank this one, by the way, 10-year-old Owen Geimer. He's from Maplewood. I want to thank his dad, Steve, for having him be our little model yesterday. I told him this one right there, see how he rounds the bat? That one I said is going to go out. We had some other kids yesterday as well. We got to hear the crack of the bat. That's the experience. You've got the Rawlings gloves right on the outside. And then this is the Hit Lab. And I said, was he going to knock it out of the park? I think right here. Ready? There it is. Isn't this cool? So bring the kids here, an entire experience for the whole family. Let's talk about the bats though, Lindsay. You've got so many. It's like you're a little overwhelming.
It is. And I feel even as a marketer, I am taking a science class every time I talk to our engineers with just how much R&D goes into the creation of these. And a lot of athletes are getting a new bat every single year with how varied the technology is from season to season. So anything you could want, all ages, all levels. We have alloy bats, composite bats, hybrid bats, wood bats, softball, fast pitch. So really any kind of bat you could ever imagine that both Rawlings and Easton, our sister company, makes is here.
Yeah, I wanted you to say that. You took over Easton, what, a few years ago?
Yes.
Did you all know that, by the way? You also have, and I had it, if we were going to be upstairs yesterday, we were going to show you, there's a bat, or maybe bats, with AI technology?
That's correct. Yes, that's our mock and clout bats on the Rawlings side.
What?
Yes.
And we said this yesterday when we were just kidding around. That doesn't mean that it's going to hit a home run for you every time you pick up the bat. It just means it's smart.
That's right. It's a smart bat, and it's not a robot bat, but it is high technology and proven performance.
And the one I'm zooming in on, by the way, those are the specialty bats that we're looking at, right? So those are the ones that you get a chance to custom engrave. This is so super cool. And again, I'm showing you as much as we possibly can to get you ready for your own experience here. Yes, everyone's saying it looks like a fun time. So great to Rawlings believing in our area and choosing to be grounded here and not offering this experience elsewhere. We are so grateful. We are super, super lucky. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the fast pitch shop. the key artifacts as well. So let's go ahead and bring Eric back in. Eric, who we started off the show with, Eric is going to discuss not just baseball that you all are involved in, but what I learned yesterday is that you also have an experience in football and the shoulder pads that were made and boxing gloves. All that coming up with Eric when we return.
Hi, it's Monica Adams. Thank you so much for following along with The Real Monica Adams Show since we launched back in March. But I wanted to let you know there's so much more that I could do with you, your business, your corporation. Did you know that I'm a motivational speaker all around the world, as well as an MC and an auctioneer? So if you have an event, maybe a nonprofit organization, and you want to book me, just shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Personal training, life coaching, and styling as well. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com.
Hey, The Real Monica Adams listeners. This is Abby Stallschmidt. You may know me as an electric violinist who has performed with various bands in the area, and I'm excited to personally invite you to my premiere at the Sheldon Concert Hall on June 5th at 8 p.m. You'll hear my new symphonic rock music as well as classic rock and pop covers, all backed by a string orchestra, full band, and multiple guest instrumentalists and vocalists throughout the night. It's truly going to be an awesome time. Head on over to metrotix.com or the Sheldon Concert Hall to get your tickets for the Dream Machine concert on June 5th at 8 p.m. I cannot wait to see you there.
Wait to be there with her. What an unbelievable talent she is. We're going to talk about our 300th show, by the way, coming up at the end. We've got a lot still, though, to talk about with regards to artifacts, etc. So if you are just tuning in, we're talking with Eric Reinsfelder, VP of Brand and Sports Marketing. This has been fun.
It has been. Thank you.
Lindsay's like, I was a little nervous. I'm like, no, we're just having fun. I wanted to show you another glove that Michelle just brought in. All right, there you go. True Cardinals fans, this is the one that you're probably going to want. The Gold Glove company that you can see on there. But again, the heart of the hide, Rawlings, the branding of Rawlings. A lot of people are saying, Eric, how proud we should be that Rawlings decided to not only be open in the 1800s, but to stay here. That's a big deal because there are companies that have left St. Louis, not Rawlings.
No, we're proud. We're proud of that as well. And we're proud of the city. And certainly St. Louis is a baseball town, a generational baseball town. And Rawlings is a baseball brand. So we're happy to be here.
I love it. So Lindsay was just talking about the cage upstairs. We were talking about the different bats. I want to talk also, though, that's not it. So when we talk about baseball and we're talking about the bats, the gloves, the balls, etc., there's a ton up there. So if your kids need batting helmets, please protect them. This is more of the retail component on the upstairs, right?
Yes, that's right. Now, upstairs, in addition to the bats, yes, there's equipment bags, backpacks, leather goods. There's some game used items that have been repurposed as bottle openers. The helmets that you mentioned, we have a fast pitch shop, specifically a softball shop specifically up there for the female athlete. So sort of a shop within a shop. And then a large apparel offering, everything from caps to tees to hoodies, etc.
And youths and adults alike.
Yes.
So we were talking earlier about the kids coming in. I love this shot, by the way, showing the sweatshirts and then up to the pros, right?
That's right.
So the kids are all thinking about, what do I want to do when I grow up? I want to be a professional athlete. Okay, let's talk about the artifacts, though. So for those of you that say, yeah, I know Rawlings, synonymous with baseball.
For the Golden Gloves, it's the Rawlings Gold Glove Award, but Golden Gloves in boxing. But these shuttlecocks for badminton birdies are, I think it goes back to the 20s.
What?
Yeah, interesting, right? I mean, we are a sporting goods manufacturer, so through the years, we've made everything from boxing gloves to badminton birdies to tennis rackets to the boxing gloves you saw to the shoulder pad. Rawlings invented the football shoulder pad to helmets, etc. So a wide range of sporting goods items, but of course today we focus on baseball and softball.
Yeah, I love that. And we also, here's cool because we were talking about unique gifts for those that you love in your life. How about this?
Case is from an actual game ball, and you can look up the hologram and see what game it was from, which is kind of cool.
And then if someone loves beer,
Yes, exactly. There you
Those
go.
are bats?
Yeah. So that was a game used bat that was made into bottle openers. And then also the baseball is a game used ball that's cut in half and has a metal insert to, open your beer bottle or whatever beverage choice you have, but also game used product.
How cool is this? And we mentioned earlier, by the way, that it's 2 levels. So everything you're seeing now is everything that I shot yesterday on the upper level, from the retail component, the artifact component as well. And I love the breakdown of the history. You took over Easton just a few years ago, but this is the story of Easton.
Yes, we did a little bit of an ode to the Easton history and their timeline, because we acquired Easton about 3 years ago. Well known for their bats and bat technology, so it's a great marriage of the 2 brands to really propel us to number 1 and 2 in most markets in baseball and softball.
And on that, by the way, to the left side, you'll see this picture. I mean, 2 of the greatest one, of course, Wayne Gretzky and Brett Hull, but we zoomed in. Tell them what the gloves are looking like.
Yeah, and that's fantastic to see when we had Hull and Gretzky on the same team with the St. Louis Blues, but Hull wore the Rawlings hockey gloves and the Easton gloves on Gretzky. So it was kind of a neat little Easter egg if you come check out the experience.
Yeah, it's as if they knew, huh? Okay, as far as the artifacts, here's some more for you.
Yeah, so we were in cleated footwear for many years, in and out of that business. So you see some of the cleats going back to the 70s and then the early 90s. You see the hockey glove there on the top, the tennis racket, and some of the older gloves and bats there related to the sports that we're in today.
So when you come to the experience, don't miss any component of this, because again, I think you're going to have to come multiple times, because you're going to go, what? I didn't see that. They were showing this. Where's that? You've got to look down. I mean, even Eric did that for me, where he was like, hey, do you have a picture of this? I was like, oh, I didn't zoom in on that. So yes, look at the artifacts. It's more of like the museum aspect. And then the helmets you mentioned earlier, the shoulder pads are actually down underneath that. But the old school, I love the tradition of looking at helmets, the way they started and what it evolved to. Like we were talking about the glove before.
Yeah, the leather helmet next to the modern day football helmet, but certainly we've taken that same approach as it relates to baseball helmets. Our helmet, we're the official helmet and face guard of Major League Baseball, and that'll protect you up to 105 miles an hour. So there's a tremendous amount of technology from what it used to be, just like we talked about the glove. Same thing on the helmet, the technology that goes into that to protect your melon.
Can you believe that we were able to show you all of this in an hour's time? We did, but you've got to come here, because I want you just to see and immerse yourself in it. And don't rush through, by the way. Don't go, oh, I'm going to pop in and I'm having lunch at Westport Plaza, because that's not going to, you need, how long, you've been open for 2 weeks, but how long have people been spending here?
Yeah, you need some time here. I mean, obviously, it's not just shopping. If you want to get yourself involved with some of the interactive stuff, or even just look at the artifacts that we just talked about, I mean, you could easily spend an hour or longer.
We were here for 2, weren't we, Eric?
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. I was taking a lot of video for the show, but I would imagine people are going to want to take a picture of me next to Ozzie Smith's 13 gold gloves, right? Take a picture with me next to this particular pro athlete. There's a lot of videos and pictures and a lot of reels and stories that will be turned from here all over social media.
Yeah, certainly the glove chair or the giant glove, you get your picture taken with that. And we'll continue to curate and bring in new items. So we'll have product on loan or artifacts on loan. We have some from the St. Louis Browns today that's on loan, and we'll change out those artifacts on a regular basis. So it'll be interesting to come back and see what's new.
And then do you have any special events before we wrap up that you would want to talk about in the summer and fall?
Yeah, we just installed a large television screen on the storefront. It's 15 feet by 25 feet, and it will wire into the sound system at Westport here in the green space. So we will program out some watch parties, St. Louis Cardinal games. We'll do some movie nights and that type of thing. So stay tuned for all the events that we will plan out here at Westport in that green space right in front of our store.
And I believe they just brought parties in the plaza back.
They did.
So you're going to get a lot of business from that.
That's right.
Well, Eric, to you and Ryan and Lindsay, thank you for having our show at the Rawlings Experience today. This is definitely, in my almost 300 shows, been one of my favorites. And we didn't even need lights. This is how well it's lit in here. You guys are doing it up. I mean, top notch for sure.
Well, Monica, thank you. We really appreciate you coming out.
You bet. We're going to take a quick break, our final break. And when we come back, I'm going to talk about what I just mentioned. Can you believe it? 300 shows. And we're going to have our big celebration tomorrow morning that I want you to be at. Where's it going to be? I'll let you know when we return.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com.
Welcome back. It's 7:58 and sitting in the glove. That's what we've been doing today. Westport Plaza is where you need to come for the Rawlings experience. I mean, super, super cool. All the gloves that we showed. And if you didn't see this, isn't that neat? Again, the Real Monica Adams show that they put on the glove. The bat says, know your value, just be kind, everything that we always say to you. And Just Be Kind is exactly what I want to talk about. The Just Be Kind Cafe and Coffee Bar. That's where we're going to be tomorrow morning. Are you going to be there with us? I want to know how many of you are going to come down, spend the day with us, have a quick coffee, get on your way to work, whatever you need to do. I can't wait to meet the owner, Marianne. I'm going to tell you what, in the 299 shows, because today's 299, in the 299 shows we've had, I've never seen someone so excited and so interactive with their community as Marianne has been. She's been posting for days talking about the big celebration, how excited she is that we're bringing the show to her small town, as she says. Well, look, my second job in my broadcasting career was in DeSoto, Missouri at KDJR, KHAD. I don't think it exists any longer, but it was a solo country morning show that I was able to do. So my heart's in DeSoto as well. My beginning of my career was in Festus, Crystal City. Then I went on to WIL. And I went on to KMOX and Fox 2 and then KSTK and then to you. That's my 30-year career. And we'll talk about all of that. The community is coming out. We're talking about maybe bringing the fire chief and the mayor and city officials. It's going to be a big fanfare. I don't know how we're going to squeeze it all in to Just Be Kind Cafe. So just be kind tomorrow while you get your coffee and you get your pastries. Wow, does Marianne make some amazing looking pastries. Yeah, I'm going to have to work out extra hard after that, but it's all about the balance in life. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., it's going to be an absolute blast. I'm going to look back at some of your comments. I'll interact with you a little bit later on this afternoon. It was just such a fun show. I wasn't able to say hi to all of you. We have also the big Kentucky Derby and Cinco de Mayo coming up this weekend. So I want to know if there's anywhere special that you say that we have to experience for Mexican. We'll be talking about that later in the week. Your favorite places for Mexican, because I know there's a lot of new ones that have opened up. It's going to be a fun show, just like today was. We'll have a Wet Your Whistle Wednesday tomorrow afternoon, and it just continues to roll because on Thursday, we are going to be at Plaza Frontenac. If you didn't hear about this, we are going to be teaming up with Kendra Scott, and we're going to introduce you to Grace and Linda Strobel. If you know Grace, she is the beautiful model that has Down syndrome. And Kendra is giving back to Special Olympics with Grace Strobel. So if you can, I'd love to see you and meet you, take a picture with you. This is going to be on Thursday, May 2nd, 4 to 6 in the afternoon or into the evening. Kendra Scott store, which is right next to Canyon Cafe at Plaza Frontenac. And as you can see, if you can't come, the opportunity is there for you to purchase online. Give back Grace 24 is the code that you would use to get 20% off. And again, they are giving that money to the Special Olympics. I can't wait for this. Grace and Linda, just absolutely beautiful souls. And remember, Mother's Day, shop for good. Mother's Day is right around the corner. So pick something up for yourself, pick something up for mom, and give back to the Special Olympics. All right, everybody, to all of you, thank you so much. We have had an absolute incredible show today, had so much fun, and we couldn't do it without each and every one of you. And a special thanks to each and every one of our incredible sponsors. Our title sponsor, Envita Health and Wellness, for a full year now, 300 shows. She's been our title sponsor. We want to thank also one of our newest sponsors, Mid-America Spine and Rehab. We thank Defiance Ridge Vineyards, Kathy Kilo Peterson, and Yuppie Puppy in Yuppie Puppy's Pet Spot, but also the Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. If you would like to be a part of our sponsored team or to bring a show live to your business, reach out to me. I'll end the show with my email address on the bottom. It's info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. We are booked on Thursdays all the way as we move into July. That's how much people are loving our show live out in your community. Thank you all. You know the way I end the show is what it says on the bat. Just be kind. God bless you all.